get-go, it's really important to know where you stand financially before you actually move forward trying to get a home. And so there are three things that a lender is going to ask you pretty quickly up front. They're going to ask you about your employment history, your credit score, and a few other things. So first of all, your employment history is just asking how long have you been employed, what kind of money are you making, and if you've changed jobs, how much of a gap was there, and did you increase your pay? So essentially what the lender is looking for is making sure that you're consistently making money, because you're about to make at least a 15-year commitment. Most people make a 30-year commitment, and so they want to make sure that over the course of 30 years you're going to be in a stable situation and that you're definitely going to be able to pay your mortgage, because ultimately if you're late, they can accelerate the mortgage and say that the entire balance is due. And so they don't want to put you in that situation, and they want to minimize their risk. And so they just want to double check everything. So at some point they're going to ask you for things like past W-2s and a lot of financial information. So it's just really important for them to know what's going on beforehand. The other thing that people always have a lot of questions about is their credit score. And I had lunch with one of my lenders the other day, and he mentioned to me that Credit Karma specifically is always incorrect. So I just wanted to pass that along to you. Generally, it's not a good score to know. So with that being said, the question becomes, where do I find out my credit score? And so there are ways to get your credit score. You can ask for that one time a year without being given any kind of dings on your credit or anything like that. But outside of that, it's really okay to have your lender check your score, and it's super easy for them. I think it takes less than 5 minutes for them to look up what your score is, and outside of that, they'll be able to automatically tell you what kind of loans you most likely are going to be eligible for. So even though it's just one number, it tells us a lot of information about your history and what kind of situations you've been in regarding bills or bankruptcies or anything like that. This is a time to be honest. It's not a time to be concerned or embarrassed or anything like that. The best way for me and your lender to help you is just to know everything. We don't look at you weird or think differently of you if you have a low credit score. It's not a big deal. It's just something that we need to work on most likely before we move forward. And so I wanted to go ahead and let you know there are a few different organizations around here that can help you fix your credit score if it's too low to actually qualify. One of those is CCOA, and they are a fantastic company. I think they're actually an organization, so that makes it even better. They're really committed people, really want to help you and make sure that you're in a really great place moving forward. And so they're going to take care of you really, really cheap. On the other hand, I know that I've seen a lot of signs on the side of the road and things like that that say, we'll fix your credit for $250. Sounds great, sounds like a quick fix, but I do want to go ahead and encourage you not to use anything like that. What happens in those cases most of the time is that they're a little bit of a scam. And so what they'll do is go pull your credit, and if you have anything negative on there, they'll just go through and hit dispute on each of those cases. Whenever you dispute something on your credit, it's temporarily taken off. And so as soon as it's taken off, your credit's gonna skyrocket. It's gonna be a completely different number. Ultimately, it's not a true indicator of where your credit stands. And so those people most of the time don't get anything taken off. All they do is go through and hit dispute. And so it's a false fix. And so I definitely don't want you to get in that situation, waste your time and your money. I think that CCOA costs like $25 to start going to. So it's just not a big deal. It's something easy to start working for, and they'll definitely take care of you if you have any questions about your credit or how to fix it. So I just wanted to pass that along to you. If you want any information about how to get in contact with them, just hit me up and I'll let you know.